We all have insecurities and moments of self-doubt. These feelings are normal and part of the human experience, but sometimes these feelings become deeply ingrained and impact our thoughts, behaviors, and relationships in profound ways. This is where inferiority and superiority complexes come into play, affecting how we perceive ourselves and interact with others. An inferiority complex is a deep-seated belief that you are inadequate, unworthy, and inferior to others. It can be debilitating. This can manifest in feelings of insecurity, self-doubt, and a constant need for validation from others, often leading to anxiety and stress. Conversely, a superiority complex is a defensive mechanism to mask feelings of inferiority. It is a facade of confidence. Individuals with this complex often appear arrogant, boastful, and dismissive of others to overcompensate for their own insecurities, creating social friction. Both complexes are rooted in a distorted self-image and can significantly impact an individual's well-being and relationships, often leading to isolation. Recognizing the signs of these complexes is the first step towards understanding and addressing them. Seeking professional help can be crucial in overcoming these challenges. An individual struggling with an inferiority complex often exhibits telltale signs. They might constantly downplay their accomplishments, believing they are never good enough. They may shy away from challenges, fearing failure and confirmation of their perceived inadequacy. Excessive sensitivity to criticism is another hallmark, with any negative feedback reinforcing their negative self-beliefs. This often leads to difficulty accepting compliments, as they struggle to internalize positive feedback. Relationships may suffer as they constantly seek reassurance and validation, often feeling threatened by others' successes. While seemingly opposite to an inferiority complex, a superiority complex is often a way of masking deep-seated feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. Individuals with this complex often present an inflated sense of self-importance, believing they are better than others. They may brag excessively about their accomplishments, real or imagined, to gain admiration and validation. These individuals often dominate conversations to showcase their perceived superiority, rarely allowing others to speak. They might be overly critical of others, constantly finding flaws to elevate themselves and diminish others. Their need to be right all the time often leads to arguments and an inability to acknowledge different perspectives, creating tension. Despite their outward confidence, they are deeply insecure and threatened by anyone they perceive as superior, revealing their true vulnerability. The intricate link between two opposing forces. While seemingly contradictory, inferiority and superiority complexes are two sides of the same coin. They both stem from a distorted self-image and a struggle with feelings of inadequacy. The superiority complex often acts as a defense mechanism to overcompensate for the deep-seated feelings of inferiority. Individuals may oscillate between these two extremes, exhibiting signs of both complexes depending on the situation and their emotional state. Understanding this link is crucial in recognizing the underlying insecurity driving both complexes. Key differences: inferiority versus superiority. These two psychological states, though seemingly opposite, share a common root in insecurity. Despite their interconnectedness, key differences exist between inferiority and superiority complexes. Understanding these differences can help in identifying and addressing the underlying issues. Individuals with an inferiority complex tend to be self-deprecating, withdrawn, and overly sensitive to criticism. They often feel inadequate and may avoid social interactions to prevent further feelings of inadequacy. They crave validation but struggle to believe it when they receive it. This constant need for approval can lead to a cycle of self-doubt and low self-esteem. On the other hand, individuals with a superiority complex present an inflated sense of self. often appearing arrogant, dismissive, and overly critical of others. They may belittle others to feel better about themselves. They seek admiration and validation by emphasizing their perceived superiority. This behavior is often a mask for their own insecurities and fear of being seen as inadequate. While their outward behaviors differ significantly, both are rooted in a need to protect a fragile ego and a distorted sense of self. Recognizing these patterns can be the first step towards healing and developing a healthier self-image. The path to healthy self-esteem and relationships. Understanding the dynamics of inferiority and superiority complexes is crucial for personal growth and building healthy relationships. Recognizing these patterns within ourselves allows us to address the underlying insecurities and develop a more realistic and compassionate self-image. This involves challenging negative self-talk, celebrating our accomplishments, and accepting our imperfections. Therapy can be instrumental in this journey, providing a safe space to explore these complexes and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Seeking professional help for lasting change. If you recognize these patterns in yourself or someone you know, seeking professional help is essential. A therapist can help you understand the root of these complexes, develop healthier coping mechanisms, and build a stronger sense of self. Remember, overcoming these deep-seated beliefs takes time and effort, but the rewards of a healthier, more fulfilling life are well worth the journey. Don't let these complexes control your life. Take the first step towards understanding, healing, and embracing your authentic self.